We're talking about knowledge of the future in movies. This is Back to the Future, 1985, starring Michael J. Fox. I've discovered that the Hill Valley Town Plaza from 1955, it has a parallel, a mirror, and this exists throughout time, okay? Establishments, businesses, occupants of buildings, and it has a parallel in the real world in 5 Points South, Birmingham, Alabama, USA. And this is no joke, it's undeniable, and it's so easy to see this. If you lived in Birmingham, Southside, this used to be like the happening area with the nightlife existed. It was in 5 Points South, Southside, Birmingham. And I grew up in Birmingham, around this area, so I know all about this place. And sure enough, you look at this scene where Marty McFly travels, 1955, and he's walking around Hill Valley, the town plaza, town square, around the clock tower, etc. And you will see what I'm talking about. Okay, so I'll give some examples, and this is like so easy. So, okay, Marty McFly, he rounds the corner. There's a Miller beer delivery truck in the background. And sure enough, 5 Points South, Birmingham, there was a restaurant that was around, I'd have to say it was at least, 15 years ago or so, from 2020, and it was called The Mill. And this also became the 5 Points Grill. Okay? And that's how this works. We're talking about idioms, they're anagrams, word puzzles, they're ideograms, picture puzzles. Some of this stuff is obvious, some of this stuff takes some thinking. But think about the businesses, establishments, occupants in 5 Points South, Birmingham, Alabama over the years, and you will be able to see examples. Alright, so the next one. There's a movie theater that Marty McFly walks past, and they're playing Cattle Queen of Montana with Barbara Stanwyck Ronald Reagan. Okay, Barbara Stanwyck. Alright, there's your hint. Yeah, okay, Pickwick Plaza. And, this was around at least since the 90s. And a couple years ago, the World of Beer used to be there. Another spot in 5 Points South that was popular was a pool hall. It was called The Break. And the last time I went through this area in Birmingham, this building had been demolished. It was under construction, actually. This is 2020. So Marty McFly walks past the movie theater. He walks out to cross the street. When he crosses the street, a car, slams on its brakes and, startles him. So car puts on its brakes. There's your hint, the brake. Okay, so he's standing across the street from a gas station. And there in the background is a record store. Rory's Records. Now, it turns out in Southside Birmingham, there was a record store called Charlamagne Records, and it was there for some number of years. Charlamagne was a famous French king of the Franks. And sure enough, they show it here. So check that out. And okay, I'll give one more example. The end of this sequence, he goes into this diner, cafe, a classic 1950s diner with American food, hamburgers and shakes, malts, and things of that nature. Turns out, in 5 Points South, right there where the star is, where the main crossing is, there used to be a Johnny Rockets. This is a modern franchise or modern chain of an American 1950s diner.